Hey, in this episode of the Demand Channel Show, we're going to give you 7 places that you could be getting direct bookings, zero commission bookings for your hotel right now, plus 2 where you won't have any competition whatsoever. All right, let's check that out. My mission really is to put hotels back in charge of their destiny. Hey, everyone. All right, here we are. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm here today with Philippe Machaz, VP and co-founder of GuestCentric. Hey, Philip, how are you?
Hi, Jeremiah. Thank you.
Well, thanks for coming on again. Now, we're going to be talking about 7 places that people can get zero commission bookings for their hotels, and 2 that they won't have any competition. Let me tell your backstory for just a second to introduce you for people who haven't seen you on before. Now, Philip is a third-generation hotelier, and his father was opening a hotel and asked him to help him shift away from the OTAs to the direct booking path, uh, get his people to book direct. With his master's in computer science, he formed GuestCentric in 2008, and since then they've become the most awarded non-digital marketing agency worldwide, managing contracts for 1,500 about clients. So with that experience, I think he knows how to push direct bookings. So really, thank you so much for this, Philip. This is for people, if you're tired of being dependent on the OTA, then we're going to show you a new way. We're going to show you that you don't just have to put your offers in one place or just on a couple OTAs. We're going to show you how you can put them all over the place on the internet, because the internet's a huge place. There's tons of affinity groups, and we want to help you tailor your offer to those groups so it resonates. And so, you can make it simple for people to do business with you. So with that,
Yep.
I'll pass the ball over to you, Philip.
I'll try to do my best. Thank you, Jeremiah. So the main idea and the question that I have every day is why do hotels only sell their products through their website and through OTAs if you have like a million things out there? So the if statement here is like, okay, if you are tired of that problem, right? If you are tired to be dependent on the OTAs, I think you should not limit just selling through those channels, okay? And try to think a little bit out of the box, and try to increase your exposure, okay? Normally I use booking, like let's say the booking engine footprint, okay?
Mhm.
So what we are going to do it here, we want to actually show different examples. So I'm going to be quick. I want to share a simple recipe that will create and it will increase your direct booking exposure. Okay, so that's exactly what we are doing, and it's very rare to see hotels doing this. So if you do it well, I think you could gain a good position around, I don't know, your region, your town. You'll be respected because you could give kickbacks. I don't know, there's a lot of things that will help you because you'll be the first one to do it, okay? Because I speak with hotels every day, Jeremiah the same, and it's very rare to see people doing this, even
Right.
though if you look at brick and mortars, whatever typical market, if you have the best cookie in town, most probably you are going to sell in
Uh,
different little, I don't know, you're going to try to push it to restaurants, you're going to create little
yeah.
kiosks on the mall. I don't know, obviously you are going to push it to different places. So that's
Right.
exactly what we are trying to do it here. Okay?
It's like you have a product, but you want to put the product in a lot of different places, basically, right?
Yeah. So let's look at your direct offers, right? Hotels are not to pick on hotels. They are not very they are not, I don't know, they don't think out of the box because people don't go or they don't travel on, I don't know, just to sleep, right? They travel to experience different places. So there's a lot of niches, right? There's a lot of little groups that we can tap on. There's
Right,
controlling
like
your.
La Jolla diving, people that love the redwoods, people that love sports, yoga.
There's
etc.
so many places, right, that you can tap on them, and I think that's exactly what we are trying to do. And doing this, you'll be able to get out of the OTAs, because you are increasing your probability of getting outside bookings, and
Hmm.
also you are hiding your pricing strategy from the OTAs, right? They cannot just chase you because you don't have best price guarantee. I have a nice customer that always tell, we can do, or we can take better. We can take we can take care of you because we are not paying high commissions to OTAs.
Yeah,
So
that's a,
that's exactly the strategy. And if you look at, and what we have been doing is that we have been doing monthly strategies with clients. So if you look at your marketing plan and divide this in, let's say, 12 months, and because it's so small, right? You are kind of like, you are almost using this your booking engine as a sniping tool.
yeah.
So you need to make sure, you need to know what it really works, okay? And that's the
Yeah.
point. Okay.
So you're saying that if you can make direct offers in front of different groups all over the internet, not just putting your inventory in 10 places or 20 places, but we're talking about 80 places, 100 places, 200 places, right? If you can make those direct offers, then you can get into the niche. Then you can get into unique service offerings. Then you can get away from the OTAs because they can't monitor all these different places. Is that
Uh,
right?
Yeah, and I think what's really interesting is because if you give a kickback on every booking, you
Mm-hmm.
are kind of using your platform to promote your product also, right? So if you are using the blog, if you are putting this your booking engine on a blog of a yogi girl, of a whatever, a girl, a yoga teacher,
Yeah.
she will push in, if she gets a kickback for everyone that's using the system,
Mm-hmm.
she will push that she will use her platform to push your offer also. And I
Well,
think that creates a viral phenomenon, and that's exactly what you want to do.
oh yeah. And I always give the example of tour guides because people that sign up for a tour guide and they take a walking tour or something, they only do it once, right? So that means that every single tour, their
It's
customers
nobody.
are all brand new. So they charge, $20 or $30 for that customer, that new customer, but they could also get a $20 or $30 kickback from the
Exactly.
hotel. They
Yeah.
could double their money just by offering your inventory on their website.
And because the margins are so crazy, yeah, and that's exactly so I was working with a client that is pushing direct bookings on a walking tours thing.
Hmm.
So he was getting more money from the kickbacks than from the walking tours.
Oh, really? Okay.
And
So it
I
works.
think that's a great point. And that's exactly what we want to do. So let's start. Um,
Hmm.
and I think the logic here is that you need to create a baseline. You need to focus on the basics, and okay, let's work at your website. Let's put your offers together. And I think that's your product, right? So that's where you should spend most of your time.
Right,
Um,
because a lot of people are spending so much time, so much money on shiny objects, on
yeah,
meta search, on
yeah,
really,
on
really,
kayak, on I
five
don't know
thousand
what.
dollars per pay per click. Yeah. Why not just get a little bit better at your direct booking strategy,
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
simply make it easy. People just have to click, do two more clicks, and then they check out. Um,
I
so
always say that I don't, I'm not telling that they are evil. The OTAs are not evil. We need to work with them definitely, but we want to be fair, right? We want to
yeah,
make sure we get the right amount of bookings. Otherwise, it's very difficult to control our business. Okay?
it's good for them if it's fair too, because we don't want the industry to become anemic where they have too much power. It needs to have a balance. So show us the 7 places that we can get a little bit more balance in our distribution strategy.
Okay,
Where
so
where
let's start. Yeah, let's start about with Facebook. Okay,
Okay.
let's basic Facebook. I don't know, just placing your offers on Facebook.
Hmm.
And and I'm going to let me just share my screen here. And I think, can you see my screen?
Yep, I see it
Okay.
now.
Okay, so this is the back office where you control your booking engine. Okay, and again, this is really so I'm really showing a point here that many hotels, they do this, but
Mhm.
they tell clients to, oh, go to our website and book that promotion. Do you understand? So we want to
Yeah,
streamline the
yeah,
process and reduce the number of clicks. Otherwise, people
right.
will I don't know, you will lose people in the process, and that's exactly what we are trying to do. Okay, so
Right.
just
You have to click on the ad, click on the website, click on the rooms page, click on the booking engine, and then check out. That's five
yeah.
steps. So.
And we could even be more specific and push specific promotions that only exist on the booking engine that we are pushing. So let's say that if we are pushing a diving promotion on Facebook in a diving group, the most
Mhm.
probably that diving promotion should not be at your booking engine, at your hotel. Otherwise,
Yeah.
you are creating complexity
Mhm.
on your website. So this is very easy. So this is the place where you can create. Let's say I'm going to create a social promotion. Okay, so on Facebook. So this is the promotion name, active. So very typical promotion attributes. The image there, the pricing strategy. Okay, if it's a package, obviously you can increase. If it's a discount, you could decrease. And I think what's really interesting at this is not visible to the OTAs, because most of the
Yeah.
OTAs only tap at your website. So you can create a very specific thing that will not be visible at your website, and could be very adapted to the niche. And here you can put the
Mhm.
sell dates, the active period, so very simple. Just so it's quicker, I can show, okay, this is an example of, sorry, this is uh,
Yeah. So
Facebook. Yeah,
when you
when you
publish that promotion, it automatically gets pushed to
in
Facebook.
into Facebook. So we automatically can push this promotion. This one was the yoga event detox, was not didn't carry a promotion, but we could an image, or we could like this one. It's the kite surfing pack. The image not related, but just an example that you can push directly into your wall,
Mhm.
and you can actually, if you click, you can go directly to the booking engine with that promotion selected. And I think that's the real point. Okay, so the dates are selected and the yoga event is selected. Do you understand? So you could be very specific, and you can remove all this from your normal booking engine. Okay,
Mhm.
so that's
Well,
that's the
think sorry to interrupt. I really think that's a way for ownership, for management to bring out their personalities, right? If you love yoga, that's what you love doing, then you are in these groups, and it just makes natural sense to be putting these rooms plus events together. It gives you creative liberties, right? So
and
I think that's a
yeah.
great way to market.
And the way, I think, if you work with groups, right? There's a big section with groups in Facebook, and I think people
Mhm.
will subscribe to groups that they like. So
Mhm.
you need to be natural, right? You cannot just push this as you are a machine, otherwise you'll be kicked out. So we were, I don't know. Let's say that you have an hotel in La Jolla, and it's the shark season in La Jolla shores. So you can create something like a little story, and then push your promotion. So we have whatever Tom, the diving whatever master, who really loves sharks, and so you can create a little story and push that promotion on a
Mhm.
nice and personal way. So you are actually adding value, and I think that's exactly the point, because you can create value
Yeah.
if you work with your local community. Okay.
And that's a huge marketing advantage, I think.
Yeah. So now
What's next?
So moving into, let's say, Twitter, okay? If we go here to the platform and we go into the marketing tab, okay, we see
Mhm.
that we have a click to book section, and the click to book allows you to do, let's say, specific booking engines with specific selections. So just for the example, I'm going to look at my promotions. I see the yoga event, okay? And let's say the yoga event, it's in September from Thursday for 3 days, okay? And you want to push this into Twitter, you can click directly here into Twitter, you can send by email, you can share this with your local community. But just I'm going to just fire this on a browser. Um, the idea is you can push that specific promotion. It could be even something specific that's not again available on any other medium, to specific groups, with specific selected dates. Okay, so the dates were
Right.
selected. You can create. Okay, this is the price for 3 nights.
So if I can interrupt for just a second, that lets the hotel start taking advantage of all the local activities, and that pushes urgency for people. So
Yeah,
if Andrea is only coming for August, 29th through 30th, well, it really creates awareness, and that adds value to the marketing, and then it creates urgency.
sure, and you can get the direct bookings totally integrated with your platform and PMS, etc. So let's say book now. This is whatever my credentials, because I booked with this booking. Everything is super safe, PCI, so no worries with credit cards. I'm not going to use the credit card, so I don't have to put my credit card here, but I just need to, I'll do a wire transfer. This is an option, obviously. I need to accept the terms and conditions and say click OK. So I could be done with the reservation in, I don't know, less than a few seconds, minutes, right? And then you can actually push
Right.
other types of offers from your, depending on the offer that you are pushing. And then you can skip.
Right. So it's three clicks until somebody finishes instead of 5 clicks until they get to the booking engine.
Yes, so
Much much faster.
that's the point. And obviously this is an example that will work with other media outlets. So Pinterest, Instagram, LinkedIn, email, YouTube. And obviously the Adrienne, the yoga teacher
Hmm.
who that it's related with this promotion.
Hmm.
She runs an Instagram. She has a YouTube channel. She has email. She has friends who attended her workshops. So you want to make sure you are pushing these offers
Yeah.
into her platform. Okay,
Yeah.
and most
And
probably
so
you can give
sorry,
her
sorry to interrupt you.
go ahead.
I was going to say the same thing. She's probably going to want you know, a referral fee for that, right? Because she has her own audience. Can you show us how we can see that on the system?
Sure. So so we go, actually, I've already, so this is an example of a June report. And here you can see the newsletter created one reservation. This is just for test purposes. The Facebook one reservation, the diving club, it's a partner created one reservation. So so here you can see month by month or yearly, obviously, the performance of each referrer. Do you understand?
Hmm.
So you can give them something back, or if depending on your agreement, but at least you know exactly what's working and you can adapt. So
Hmm.
inspect your statistics and adapt. So if you do this like a monthly task, I think it could be really interesting, because if you see there's a trend, you can invest on that trend. Okay.
That's exactly right. Because then you could see, maybe you got a lot of views on YouTube, but you got more bookings from Pinterest. So let's not go with views, right? Let's go where the money is, and just as long as we can measure it, we can follow it, we get better and better at our job as we go forward. And I think all of this, it pushes the idea that the person who's putting out these offers becomes more important than the OTAs. And when you can do that, that creates a lot of job security for that person. Would you agree?
Yeah, sure. And I think that's exactly the idea. So how can we reduce the exposure to the OTAs
Mhm.
and actually promote a little bit our region, right? Because if you are giving
Yeah.
back to someone who's if I'm giving back a kickback to my neighbor, is going to spend that money in my region, right? So
Hmm.
it's not like an OTA that you don't really know where they are spending their money.
Exactly. Now, we also want to show people the two places that you're not going to have any competition. There's nobody else to kind of confuse the message, and that is your blog, and that's the partners like Adriana, like we're mentioning here. Can you show us how exactly we can put the booking engine on her website, please?
Okay, yeah, sure. So the main idea is that everyone, um, especially looking at your business as an hotel, you have a lot of partners around you, right? And everyone is pushing and bringing tourists. So let's go and create a new a blog for Adriana, right? So I'm
Mhm.
going to the external booking engine link, and I'm going to create a new and Adrienne blog, whatever
Mhm.
yoga website. Okay.
Mhm.
And the only thing that I'm going to show it's the yoga event. I'm not going to show on this specific booking engines. I don't have on this specific booking engine. I don't have like other like non-refundables, uh,
Yeah.
long stay promotions. But obviously, I want just to push the yoga event. If it's just the diving guy or guide, I want to push the diving experiences. Do you understand?
Mhm.
So that's
Mhm.
exactly what we are going to do. You can put custom fields. I don't know if yoga level. I don't know, something like that. We could also do that. But if we close,
Mhm.
okay, we can see how many I have. I have a bunch of them here at Adriana Yoga website. Okay, if we double
Mhm.
click there,
Right. So this is the idea of putting your product in 100, 200, 300 places around the internet by creating all these different booking engines with specific offers, right?
yeah. So be very to the point, and
Mhm.
sorry, there was some issue with the connection. So let's say I want a vertical black. Obviously, this could be adapted, but if you give this code to Adriana, you can literally push this
Mhm.
booking engine into our website. If you click book
Mhm.
now, you can see Adriana's workshop. Okay. And I think this is really cool because you are creating booking engines to affiliates with specific offers so they can push
Mhm.
to their using their platform to their niches, right?
Yeah,
So there's some kind of viral effect here that we
yeah.
want to explore.
It's just like Thailand, you know. Every every driver knows which restaurants to take you to because
Sure.
they get a small kickback every day. But that's also what Amazon is doing, right?
Yeah, so
So Amazon has
that's the
affiliate
modern
partners, which
approach to Thailand, right? So
yeah,
you have a bunch of so Amazon you can create links to Amazon at your website, and you can get kickbacks of whatever it's booked through there. Or you purchase it from there. So that's exactly what we are trying to do. But the
so
hotel industry.
why haven't why haven't they discovered this yet? Why haven't most hotels figured this out?
I think hotels are very, I call them late adopters, and that's the reason why, because it's such a complex environment. So the hotel, I don't know, it's interesting. Sometimes I'm talking with the general managers, and they are coming from an engineering meeting for suddenly I'm talking about e-commerce, then they have to to talk with a customer because they have a complaint, and then they have to talk with housekeeping. Do you understand? So it's such a very very I don't know diverse world that sometimes I think they cannot just go deep. Obviously, if they have a big hotel with a lot of people working, but normally smaller independent hotels are it's very tough for them to get into this.
Right. We're very specialized, but they have to wear all the hats. So I mean, you've been developing this for what, 11
10
years
years.
now?
Yeah.
So I understand you've gone a little deeper than most people. So using this booking engine, using the idea of putting a booking engine on another person's website, let's talk about how we could do that with for example, a meeting event planner, for example, for a wedding, for example. And when we do that, let's talk about how it will make their life easier. What's your take on that?
I think sometimes when I'm doing demos and I'm showing, I don't know, let's say Jeremiah's wedding or Jeremiah's party. I don't know if if you're doing a party and if you are um, uh, using the hotel as the whatever the venue.
Mm-hmm.
The hotel could take advantage of that, right? So you can create like you created here the yoga event one. You can create
Mm-hmm.
the Jeremiah's party. Obviously, you don't want to include that on your booking engine, but you could create
Mm-hmm.
that and create a custom shell, a custom booking engine just for that event. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
you could even hide it with a promotional with a code, with a specific code, so
Yeah.
it's not, we are sure it's not visible, and then we can, let's say that the meeting planner, she will try to drive all the bookings through that, giving, and especially if that's not associated with
Mm-hmm.
with um, with the if it's associated with the event, you can give something back, do you understand, to the
Right.
meeting planner. So like make sure everyone books here and not, if they don't book through an OTA, I think it's another source of revenue to the meeting planners, and they can have everything
Mm-hmm.
organized and
Yeah.
and
They can put a landing page on their website that details everything, and you could make an offer like room plus steak dinner, room plus vegetarian dinner. So that
exactly.
would be like
And you can
one
even
less step
yeah,
for that
you can
person.
even create specific add-ons to that offer. Do you understand? So let's
Okay.
say that I don't know, Jeremiah loves sailing. Do you understand? So you
Okay.
have an option to have an add-on after the booking to say, okay, I want to go sailing with Jeremiah. Do you understand?
Hmm. Hmm.
So those little things that will make
Yeah.
uh, that will make the event fantastic.
Sure,
Okay.
sure. And then also at the end, um, they can they can give that link to the person in, among the friends, and let them figure it out. So it's making things easier for them. It's making things more trackable. It's giving that kickback referral, and it's easy for the hotel to see exactly how many reservations have come in for the steak, how many for the fish, how many for the lobsters. So it just makes everything very direct.
Yeah. Be a
Okay.
sniper, right? And that's the
Yeah.
point.
No, no.
You have to find your
So
guests.
exactly. Go ahead. I'm sorry to interrupt.
You have to find your guests, right? And that's exactly what we're trying to do. Like, look at the online, look at the internet. That's huge. It's not just your websites or the OTAs, and try to find
Hmm.
those guests and fill your beds, and that should be your
Exactly.
business.
Exactly. So, don't just leave, you know, you have a brick and mortar idea, but this is an internet age, and we have a million places we can put our inventory out there. So what Philippe and I are going to do is help you put this in place. So let me put this offer up on the side here. So what this is we're going to help you do this, and that has two components. Number one, you need the technology. So the technology is going to help you do the commerce, make everything trackable, make it 3 clicks, not 5, make it quick, make it visual, make it personal. And number two, you need the ammunition. So we're going to use Philippe's technology, and we're going to use the hospitality copywriting service to give you 2 ads every single week. Sorry, not every single week, every single month. So this way, if you want to target a group on Facebook in the diving area, the diving affinity, we're going to make an ad that works with your hotel, that actually makes a lot of sense for your personality, for your culture. So sign up here. Just click on the side here, and you'll go to the page that details everything. What you'll find when you get there is that his service is $219 a month for the technology, and that has all the PCI DSS security. It has support. It has Philippe here to help you figure out the tips and tricks. And then I will work with you to figure out what your hotel's personality is, what the culture is, and create offers for your target audience. If your hotel, for example, is adults only, or if your hotel is for people who love the outdoors, or if it's for people who are on business trips, we want to make sure our ads are really specific to them. So click on that, and you'll go to the information page where you can get that. And I'm also going to say that for the first 10 people that sign up, Philippe is going to throw in the Facebook website. That's the service where when you create the promotion, it automatically gets published to Facebook, and on Facebook, they can see your rooms, they can see your offers, they can see your homepage, so that they can interact with you a little bit more. So if you have likes, if you have people following you on Facebook, that's a great place for traffic. But as soon as you have that click to book link, you can go to Pinterest, you can go to LinkedIn, you can go to Twitter. There's tons of different places you can put that out, and we're going to help you do that. So does anybody have any questions here? Let me look at the chat box. Please go ahead and enter those in. But you've been doing this for quite some time, Philippe. You've had this message. I think it's a really, really cool message. What have hotels been saying about this approach?
It's interesting because everyone likes the approach, but you don't see them focusing. That's why we are creating an agency. So we are creating an agency on guest-centric to help hotels push this forward.
Right. So you made the technology. We often use the analogy. Even if you have a sports car, a lot of people don't know how to drive. They don't have the time to learn how to drive it. That's why I added the advertisement creation service on top of your technology for this promotion. That's why we're going to work with you to define what your unique selling proposition is. What should you really be targeting, and who should you be reaching out to? So we're almost at the half-hour mark. I'm going to take this offer down unless anybody has any questions. And I really have to say, Philippe, thank you so much for putting this together. It's a beautiful system, and we're really hoping that we can help people use this to get away from the OTAs, because I was at the HEDNA conference back in January, and Michael Dominguez, Chief Marketing Officer for MGM, got up there in front of 250 professionals who make their daily pay doing distribution for hotels. He got up there and he said 40% of the people in this room are going to be irrelevant in the next 5 years. I think he said that. I think he said that because the OTAs have taken over 60 to 70% of the industry in just 20 years, right? And the way that technology, it grows by leaps and bounds. The next 5 years, we're going to see Google, becoming a juggernaut in the OTA space. We're going to see Facebook. We're going to see all these places dominating search for travel. So that's why I really think, just like the Matrix, just like Neo was getting out of the Matrix by hiding and attacking his target behind enemy lines. Using the sniper idea to get in front of your target audience is a great approach.
And I think the beauty of it is that it will help you also on your branding.
Mm-hmm.
So you are going to push your brand, I don't know, in across different niches and areas, and I think that's really important,
Mm-hmm.
because I don't see hotels working. It's very difficult for an hotel to work with on branding without budget. You
Yeah.
see obviously the big brands pushing ads, I don't know, everywhere,
Mm-hmm.
but like smaller hotels, you have the regional, whatever, local papers, but you don't see them pushing in a consistent way their name out there. And I think this will be a reason for them to do it.
Exactly. So every month we'll create 2 unique reasons for people to book. And then, we've just given you 9 places that you can put each of those. So every month you'll have 18 new places where you're putting a reason to book. And that's branding. That's showing that your place is the place where yoginis can hang out. They can go down to the cove and rent a room plus a La Jolla cave tour. It gives a lot of personality. It gives a lot of reasons for people to engage, and that's completely different than most hotels that just say, 15% off in August.
Sure.
So with that, I'm
Okay.
going to take this offer down. Going once, going twice. Sold. So thanks again for putting this together, Philippe. I really commend your team, your engineers, for making the only all-in-one system like this in the hospitality industry nowadays. So thanks. I'll
Thank you
talk
so
with you
much,
soon.
Jeremy.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks everybody. If you
Bye.
have any
Thank you so much.
questions, just send them to me at Jeremiah@Hospitality Copywriting, or you can hit up Philippe.Machaz, Machaz, @guestcentric.com, and we'll see you later. Have a great day.
Bye. Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye, Philippe. Thanks.